So, scenario, I come
Mhm.
to you, entrepreneur, no stable income. I have a family of two young children, and I need to budget. Nobody's favorite word. Where do you begin to start to budget to be able to afford the life insurance?
So for me, when I sit down with somebody, I try to figure out, okay, what's the why as far as why you don't have a stable income. And that's not me coming from a place of judgment. It's like we have to be able to start there. And that's where I say sometimes we have to do that inner work of, okay, let's go back in time. Because sometimes the reason why our income is not stable is not that we're not making good income. Sometimes we just don't make good choices. Because sometimes we're a product of our own environment. I know I am. Like I say that like that's good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes we just make choices based off childhood. So I say, okay, let's try to go back in time to see like when do you remember your relationship with money? What do you remember about your relationship with money? And most of the time, our relationship with money starts with what we saw our mama or our daddy or our grandparents do. So 9 times out of 10, that's still linked to that. So it's like now let's figure out some kind of plan to where we can try to overcome, our past. But as we're doing that, let's sit down and let's start tracking our income. Let's start seeing where the money is going. What do you have coming in and what do you have going out and where can we trim the fat? So a lot of times people don't realize that they were like a lot of their extra fat is in subscriptions and at the
Yes.
grocery store.
Hold
Mm-hmm.
on, talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything
Or
is a
going out to eat.
subscription, though. Everything. One channel. Are you serious, though? This is
Mm-hmm.
where we are.
Mm-hmm.
This is where
Yep.
we are.
Mhm. So that's what I tell people. A lot of times it's that we have the money. It's just that we're not paying attention to where it's going. And it's just so easy to say, oh, I want this subscription or I want to do this or do that. Everybody got Apple Pay. You tap your phone, you're paying with the app, your Apple Pay or Google Pay or whatever. So when you're not paying attention to what you got going on and you come back and you look at your bills, you're like, oh my God, I ain't got no extra money. No,
Mm.
we got to retrain our brain and we got to unlearn bad behavior. So once we start to do that and you start to see, wow, I have about two, $300 extra a month. Okay, now let's redirect this. Now, if you want a life insurance policy, let's look to see how much, you can afford, to do this and this extra. Let's try to maybe put a little bit into a savings or let's put a little bit into an investment account or whatever. But that's what I normally, how I start with people. Like, let's figure out why. There's no need of tackling your management of your money if your mindset isn't together. We got to tackle that first.
But you know what? Just sitting here having this conversation, I have to say that I absolutely remember when, and remember I told you turning it off, and I thought I did. But I remember like just being able to go out and say, oh, okay, well, pay cash, pay cash, pay cash. And I realized that now that everything is digital and it's just easy to swipe a card and tap a phone, your money go kind of fast.
Mm-hmm.
It go kind of fast. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
mean fast. I mean fast where you look around all day long. You're just out and you're shopping. You might go somewhere. You go to, I don't know if they do shopping trips anymore. I haven't been on one in forever. But shopping trip. Oh, well, you're at the store. Swipe, 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 swipe. In the food court, swipe. Oh, I want to taste this.
Mm-hmm.
Swipe. Oh, there's a vendor. Swipe, tap. It adds up. And then the fees. And then the fees.
Yes.
So there's
Yes.
an app for that. What do you use? Or what do you
So
suggest?
so for me, like I said, I'm, once again, I'm old school. So I don't really have like say an app that's gonna keep up with all of that. I write. Like if you see my desk, like you be like, oh my God, how much paper do you have? Do you really have? So I write, like I got a notebook that I keep right here. Like this right here is my notebook to keep up with what I have going on as far as, my subscriptions and everything else. So when I see that it's coming out of my account, I'm like, okay, let me write this down. Like I write. So that's what I do. Like I know I think they got Rocket Money and all these other, places like, which is fine. I just don't use it because I know for me, I need to write it. Once I write it out, I'm more, aware of what is coming out of my account. And that's what I do with a lot of my clients. I'm like, look, I know you got Rocket Money and all these other things that can keep up with it, but let's write because the more you write it, the more you're going to think about it. So now when it's getting ready to come out of your account, you're like, do I really need that? Is that something like, okay, why do I have two subscriptions and the only difference is one channel? but that one channel is over here on a free app. And yeah, I may have to wait a day or two to see it over there, but let's cancel these two and just keep this free app.